All right, so we're going to do something different today. On the last video, I did ask any Bronco Sport owners or Maverick owners to contact me if they wanted to do an interview. Well, I do have somebody. He's coming from Lakeland. His name is Victor. I'm going to meet with him in about 30 minutes over at Brandon Ford. Then we're going to come over here to this location and he's going to show us his Maverick. I'm pretty excited for this today. I did see him on Instagram. We was already actually friends on Instagram, and he got a pretty nice build. So hopefully he comes through with all of his equipment that he has, and he could take us through the run of it. So until then, I'll be right back, and then we're going to get through with this interview. It should be really good. All right, so today I have Victor here with his, what year is this?
This is a 2022 Ford Maverick FX4.
FX4. What color?
This is the, I can't remember the name of the color. Cactus Gray.
Cactus Gray.
Yeah, my favorite color.
How long have you had this?
So I bought this, I ordered it actually after they launched. This was July of 2021, and then I put the deposit in and I waited 9 months for it to get here.
Okay, so why did you go with this build?
Well, I was originally wanted to buy a Ford Bronco, but then they told me that it was 2 years out, so I moved quickly to an F-150. But those, especially during COVID, the markups were like $60,000. And for a used one was like 43. So it didn't make any sense to buy a $40,000 mile used truck when you can get a Ford Maverick for like, I think it was 36 and change, brand new out the door. Then I looked at Rangers, but then it's the same thing. They had no inventory, you had to wait for it, and it was a little bit more than what I wanted. Plus, the Ranger on the back is smaller than the Maverick, in my opinion. My mother is 5'4", so for her to climb in the Ranger it was just not an option. And then this is a 4-cylinder turbo, so again, gas mileage on this is fantastic. 4 Rangers are not that bad, but this is better. And then I wanted something small. I'm not a truck guy, so I don't need my truck to work or anything, but I wanted to have a truck, and this is perfect for people that don't need a truck but want a truck. In my opinion, of course.
All right. So, you want to show us everything that you have on your Maverick?
Yeah, sure. So when I got it, you know, when car guys, we start looking at things, especially on Amazon. So I bought a bunch of stuff before the truck even got here. So the first thing I did was I replaced all the bulbs on the reverse and the bed light to LEDs. So I went to Last Fit. I don't know if you know Last Fit. They offer a really good product to turn the regular incandescent bulbs to LEDs. After that, then the fun started. I met somebody in a car meet, and he pointed to these brackets. These are from JJC, from a shop on Etsy, and they're specifically made for the Maverick. So I wanted the look of the lights for a more of an off-road look. These are RockShox from Harbor Freight, believe it or not. They're fantastic, especially for the price. They're like, I don't know, maybe 57 bucks for the pair, and they're plug and play. So basically, you just put them in and they work. After that, I did the tint. I just matched the one from the factory on the back, on the front, and I did the little eyebrow on the front windshield. just because the Maverick, if you clean it, the dash tends to be a little bit shiny, and it shines in your eyes. This will helps mitigate that, in my opinion. But it works fantastic. After that, I stopped for a second because I was spending a lot of money. But I got the mud flaps from Ford. I ordered those and installed them the same day. I can tell you right now, they are not the best add-on for Mavericks because I think they're an afterthought, and I'll show you why. If you can see here, it rubs through the paint and it creates a gap and it rubs the paint. So I would either put maybe protective film underneath or go with aftermarket type of mud flap. They're good quality, but I think they were an afterthought. Then after that, I started working on the inside. As you can see, mine is definitely not stock. The first thing I did was the extra flashlight here. This is a $8 Amazon add-on.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah. And then nobody made a dash mount so you can match either cameras or accessories or your phone the right way. A lot of people use the cubby hole and they create 3D printed like boxes that you can put and you can have, but I didn't like that. I wanted something like you see in the big rigs. So the first one, I actually took the little cubby out and I drilled holes on it with a plate. Yeah, that was interesting, but it works perfectly actually. And then I found also on Etsy a guy that does 3D printed boxes for the cubby hole that you can put switches or USB plugs. So I added a USB-C plus a 3 amp USB-A, and then my switches for my floodlights.
So where are your switches for your floodlights?
Right there in the cubby.
Oh.
Yeah, that took that scared a little bit when you drill holes in a brand new truck. After that, I wanted a truck bed really bad. Not a truck bed, a truck rack. And I have a friend, he also has a YouTube channel, and he has the extrusion overland rack, which is fantastic. I love how it looks, but for my use was a little bit too much because I actually use this truck on occasions to either help people get furniture or whatever it is. Also, I volunteer in the community, and sometimes I volunteer my truck to either pull a trailer or use the bed to help whatever the community needs at that point. So I needed something that's modular that I can really quickly take off without having to do a lot of modifications. And then I found this system. I am a fan of the podcast called Budget Overland, and he actually mentioned the owner of this on his podcast, and he put me in contact with him, so I got this one.
So what is this bed rack called?
It's called Truck D or Trucked. It's a hybrid model. This is the version 1. They have a version 2 out already. But it's very practical because again, you can quickly remove these bars with thumb screws that you have on the sides, and you have access to the bed right away. Also, these side panels, they're removable, so you can take them out and put just the covers that come with the original rack. I think it's fantastic for the price. There are other competitors out there, but their prices are very high, and this is like superb quality for the price. After that, oh, this is my favorite part. This thing. So I saw this at a meet in Tampa. A guy with a Raptor had it. This is called a water port, and this is a 4-gallon high pressurized tank that you can basically fill it up with water, and with an electric pump or a hand pump, you pressurize the tank, and it comes with a hose that attaches here, and you can wash dishes, you can wash yourself after the beach. This is actually my favorite. I never thought I was going to use it so much, but I use it on a weekly basis.
Wow.
And it's pretty effective. After that, I added the awning. It's just a cheap awning from Amazon, but it works fantastic, and it's the perfect length for the bed of the truck. The owner of Truck D actually designed these brackets. It's difficult to find brackets for awnings, especially when your truck is so low. He designed these and sent me these to test, and they work fantastic. There are screws on the back that you can just, with an Allen screw, take them out and you can remove it. And the height is, in my opinion, perfect when you have lawn chairs at the beach or at camp. And it extends about 8 feet. And then, I did the Rhino rack holders for this small axe. When I'm doing camping, this is perfect to gather wood and start a campfire. And these come with a key actually here that you can basically secure it and don't have to worry about it. And you can open them and secure them, so that way nobody has access to it. Because again, you're riding with an axe on the side of your truck, right? And then the last thing I did, then I put the stubby antenna on, which is my favorite because, in my opinion, it doesn't look like an RC car now. And it doesn't change the reception for the radio or anything. It's just a small antenna. And then this was done actually last night. This is a quick release fire extinguisher that you can just pull from here, and it will let you access a fire extinguisher if you need it right away. This is from Amazon as well. It's like probably 25 bucks or something. In my opinion, it works perfectly. Right now it's giving me a hard time. There we go. But yeah, for the most part, that's it. I don't think I've done anything else apart from like the cubby on the center console that you can find on Amazon. That's actually a pretty good tool because it divides that center console in between 3 layers. And you have more space. And then right now I'm looking to put a lift system from eBach.
So that's next. So
Correct. This
is one of your next projects is to put the lift?
Probably within the next month or so.
Okay.
Maybe next week. We'll see. We'll see how the wife feels about that. But yeah, my next project is going to be lifted and put some bigger tires on it. I'm actually going into a camping trip next Friday for 4 days. So that's why everything is on top of it, because I'm preparing everything for that trip. I also have, I don't have it here, but I also converted a gun case from Harbor Freight, one of those Apache gun cases, you can fit it into this rack, and you can put all your recovery equipment, like your max tracks, your tie ropes, anything you need for recovery, you can use it for that.
You said you're going camping. Are you getting a rooftop tent?
So that's a good question. Yesterday I was going to pick one up, but it was probably 160 miles away, and for the price there was little to no information on it. So I passed. So I might, after we're done here, might swing by Bass Pro Shop, see what they have available. And there's another store here in Tampa that it's called Rack Attack, and they specialize on rooftop tents. So I might stop there to see if I can find something for this specific application. Yeah, but that's my truck.
Looks great. Looks great.
Oh, by the way, I did some modifications under the hood.
Oh.
So let me show you. One of the things that I can recommend a lot to any Maverick owner is do the Steeda brace on the front. It changed the dynamics on how you corner on this truck. I think for the price is exceptionally well built, and it's just 2 bolts to install, and it really changes the dynamic of the truck. That bar, it's, in my opinion, one of the best add-ons for the driving experience of it.
I don't have one on my vehicle. How does it change the dynamics of the vehicle?
So on turns, it feels tighter on the front. So you don't feel that, you know, these are front wheel drive mainly vehicles. So when you add this bar, it tends to feel more tight when you're corner on it. It doesn't sway to the sides that much. And for the price band, you can't beat that. Also, there's a steed up blow-off valve on the engine, so to get that sound that everybody likes.
Did you change anything with using foreskin?
Not yet. I don't own a PC. I own a Mac, unfortunately, and forescan only works on PC right now. And I'm not changing my Mac for a PC anytime soon, nor I'm installing Windows on top of my OS system. But eventually I want to add the eco mode and the sport mode, which I believe that's only the things I want to do with forescan, because everything else I saw doesn't really bother me.
So what are your thoughts on them changing the cluster?
To put it like the digital one?
Yes.
I like how it looks. Would I do it? I don't know. Again, I think that the screens on the, especially on the XLTs, it's more than enough. Yes, there's a couple of things that I would love to have. For example, mine doesn't have adaptive cruise control. I would love to add that, but I don't see anything right now on the forums that would allow you to do that. I know it's possible, but until I can see that it's proving done and it's not that highly cost to do, I might add that. I mean, forescan is a powerful software. You can do a lot of things in forescan. But yeah, that's mine.
Thank you for coming all the way from Lakeland.
Hey, my pleasure.
Down here to Tampa, Victor.
I'm a fan.
Do you have a Instagram or Facebook?
I do. My Instagram is @Florida_Maverick FX4.
All right. Thank you once again.
Thank you.
All right, so I'm back at my house and just finished meeting up with Victor. And I really like his truck. His truck is nice. I mean, shout out to Victor, man. He was excellent. Look, he gave me so much information. He even gave me some last fit. Let me see if I can get it. Right here, some bulbs. Because I was asking some questions and he had some extra that he gave me. Very informative guy. He's going to help me out with some things that I would like to do to my truck. If you have any suggestions for me or for him or anything for the channel, please drop a comment below. And if you have a Bronco Sport or a Maverick that you would like to show, please hit me up. Once again, it's blackguyinamav@gmail.com. But once again, thank you, and I'm out.